And welcome to the Freedom Equity Group call. Today we're going to focus on our Common Sense Debt Elimination Program. My name is Al Carty. I'll be your host for this call, and my phone number and website is right on the screen for you to view or write down should you need to reach me separately. But I'm happy that you're here today because, look, our goal at Freedom Equity Group is real simple, and that is to build the largest agency in America ever. We can do this a number of different ways, but our overall company, we are on a mission. Some might call it a crusade. And the mission is simply to, number one, show people how to reduce or eliminate the trillions of dollars of consumer debt that they are presently paying on a weekly or monthly basis. Our second mission is really to change lives and protect families. Today, people are in need of education in terms of what they need to do to protect themselves and to retire with or retire in dignity by taking care of themselves. And lastly, is we'd like to share with you an opportunity to achieve your dreams. I think the last several years, people have been suppressed in the market because of the banking crisis, and then, of course, we had the real estate bubble that burst, and a lot of people are just not feeling the way they were, maybe not as aggressive as they were before, and we have a solution for that. So we spoke about debt, and our goal is to help people reduce debt. In this country today, there is $11 trillion in overall debt. $848 billion of that is in credit card debt, $7.9 trillion in mortgages, and another $1.6 trillion in student loans. It's a real serious problem. We are in a credit society where debt has become a big problem, but the good news is even with the average household debt being high, the average credit card debt per household is about $15,000, a little over $15,000. The average mortgage debt's about $150,000, and the average student loan somewhere around $33,000, and the average auto loan is just over $15,000. So you can see it's a total of $212,000. Now, some people would look at that and say, "Wow, I wish that was all I had in debt. I have a whole lot more." Keep in mind that this is a national average. I think what's real important for everybody to ask themselves is, what day will you be out of debt? And how important would that information be? We all have debt in varying amounts, but the day that we would be out of debt would be an important day to know. And what we try to do is help people with that. As a matter of fact, our program called the Common Sense Debt Elimination Program, we essentially show people how to pay your bills off instead of just paying on them. Get rid of your monthly bills in a third the time without paying one dime more on a monthly basis. So if you look at the typical person's plan, we call it no plan. And no plan would be an example of someone who's spending $3,216 a month. Their payoff date would be 2040. Their years to pay off their debt would be 29.8 years. You might as well say 30 years. And their total debt or interest cost would be $392,000 in this example. What we simply do is say, look, we can take the same amount of money through our plan, the same $3,200 per month. We can pay the debt off in 12.2 years, total interest cost of $158,000 versus $392,000, which is a savings of over $234,000 in interest savings alone. Plus, and this is very, very key, folks, a $2 million potential tax-free savings plan that's illustrated here at 8%. It's monumental, the difference that with people understanding what they can do without paying one penny more. See, folks, we say it's math, not magic. And what we try to do is define a plan for people to know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a train. So all they really need to do is a few simple steps, and this will provide an absolute roadmap for them to be out of debt in a third the time. And you can see by the slide in front of you here is that, there's two simple entries. One is to modify the debt item, which is you put in the debt name, a balance, an interest rate, the payment date, the minimum payment, and what your normal payment is, and then click Save Changes. And you do that for the amount of debts that you have. And then the last one is or the second piece of this is the mortgage information. Whatever you have in terms of mortgages, whether it be 1, 2, or more, whether you have investment property or just your primary home, you would enter in the information. The system will calculate the amortization for you. You don't have to do any of that, and all you hit is Save Changes. And what this information will do is actually provide you what we call as a simple roadmap, or I'll call it your GPS for your date that you'll be out of debt. But you will notice item number 1 here, the first transaction, it says retirement plan payment. Now I'm not going to elaborate on that on this video. However, what the retirement plan payment, it could be a college fund, it could be an emergency fund, or it could be a retirement fund. But you'll notice it's the first transaction. See, while showing you a roadmap or the GPS to being out of debt, we also show you how to pay yourself first, which is the first obligation we should all make to ourselves, which is let's make sure that we're putting money aside while we're conquering debt and paying it off. Does that make sense, folks? Now, you can also, in our system, help people and be rewarded. So this is not just about helping yourself. It's also about helping other people. And believe it or not, by showing someone how they can be out of debt in a third the time without paying a penny more, we actually pay you a referral fee of between $45 and $135 by being a part of Freedom Equity Group. So it's pretty exciting opportunity here, not only for yourself, but for the people you know and care about. And what I'd like to do is just in wrapping this up here, is many people say, well, this is fantastic. How do I get started in this? Well, believe it or not, it's very, very simple. The first step is we suggest you become a referral agent with FEG and get your code number with us. By the way, folks, there is no cost to join Freedom Equity Group. We encourage people to be a part of our company because we want you to protect your family. We want you to be part of our mission and part of our crusade, again, if you will. But at the same time, we want you to have an opportunity to make some money to work with us. The second thing we want you to do is purchase your own common sense debt elimination program. We call it the CSDE. Now, there are programs out there that work similar to this that are, believe it or not, $3,000 or more to purchase. Ours is only $349. But the good news to even the $349, because you're a referral agent with us, if you would just refer 7 people, you would actually get your Common Sense Debt Elimination Program for free by virtue of being paid a referral fee for the people that you've recommended. So I do appreciate you watching this video today. I know time is precious for all of us. What I would encourage you to do is get with the person who shared this video with you. Ask them also about our $3,900 Fast Start bonus in the first 30 days, and start looking at some additional income for you and your family while you're educating yourself and getting out of debt in a third the time. So the next move is yours. I appreciate you listening in on the video. You have my contact information if you'd like to reach out to me separately, but the next move is yours, and I just would like to thank you for being and watching this video today.